One thing that can drastically improve your online learning experience is knowing how to use keyboard shortcuts. The shortcuts I'm going to show you in this tutorial are so useful, you may just use them for the rest of your life. The shortcuts I'll be showing you will be for a Windows operating system, but I will show you what the equivalent shortcuts are for an Apple operating system. So if you are using Excel for iOS, just keep an eye out for those graphics and you'll see those at the bottom of the screen. After this tutorial, there is a resource, and in that resource, I've listed the various shortcuts that I'll show you in this tutorial, plus a few extra that you may find quite useful. Okay, so this part's a little bit confusing because basically I've got to cover two different areas. First of all, I've got to cover this from the application point of view, and then also the online version of Microsoft point of view. So like I said, it's a little bit confusing. First of all, if you're using the application, do this. Open up Microsoft Excel and quite simply open up a blank workbook. And just leave it like that for a second. If you're using the online version of Excel to do this course, so this would be Excel at office.com, then navigate to that web page right now, and when you get there, navigate to Excel and open up a new blank workbook. Once this is open, what I need you to do is just go to the top of the tab like this and click, hold and drag down to separate it from the current browser and then maximize it. It doesn't matter what browser you're using, whether it be Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, they all have the same functionality. So just go ahead and do that. So like I said, that's a little bit confusing, but don't worry, it will make more sense as we go through this tutorial. Okay, so the first shortcut I'm going to show you brings up all of the applications that are open on your computer system, and this is just a great way to navigate around. So the shortcut is Control-Alt pressed together at the same time, and you hold those two down, and then you'll just want to press the Tab key once, then let go of the other keys. Here are all of the applications that are open on my computer system. At this point, you can just use your directional arrows to navigate to where you want to go, and then press enter on what you want. Or of course, you can just use your mouse cursor to click on the option. Alright, so if you're using the application to do this course, what you need to do at this point is just click on the application itself. So for me, it's going to be this one here. If you're using the online version of Microsoft Excel, you will want to click on that, which for me is going to be this option here, but I'm just sticking with the application. So it really depends on which one you are using. So just click on the right one. So I'm going to go for the application itself. Okay, great. So I'm in Excel. What I'd like to do now is navigate back to the Udemy media player. So the shortcut, once again, Control-Alt pressed together at the same time, press the Tab key once, let go of the other two keys, navigate to where you want to go. So here's the Udemy media player, and here we are back in business. The next few shortcuts will be within the media player itself. If you find that these shortcuts aren't working, you may have to just click inside of the video just to make it active. So the next shortcut is quite simply the F key, and you can press this to go into full screen mode, and you can also use it to exit full screen mode. You can also press escape if you want. So I'll press F once again to go into full screen. The next shortcut is quite a well-known shortcut, and I apologize if you already know it. You can use the spacebar to pause and play the video. And then you can take advantage of the directional arrows. Whether the video is paused or if it's playing, if you press up and down, you'll be able to adjust the volume. If you press the right-hand arrow, you'll be able to jump forwards 5 to 10 seconds. Or if you press the left-hand arrow, you'll be able to jump backwards 5 to 10 seconds. The next shortcut is very similar to the first shortcut, except this time it's a little bit faster. We'll be able to jump from one application to the next really quickly. So I'll just show you how fast this can be done. As you can see, I'm just jumping back and forth between these two applications. So this shortcut is basically the Alt key held down, and then you just want to press the Tab key once and then let go of Alt. So basically, this is the sequence of shortcuts I'd like you to use throughout this course. Every now and again, you may want to press the F key to go into full screen mode. You'd press the spacebar to play the tutorial. Once you've learned something, you can press pause with the spacebar once again. Use the Alt-Tab shortcut to quickly jump over to Microsoft Excel, whether it be the application or the online version of Excel. Do whatever you need to do within the application. Alt-Tab to quickly jump back, press the spacebar to play the video, and you'll carry on with the tutorial. So that's pretty much it. I hope you do find those shortcuts useful. When I first started learning online, I was just using my mouse cursor to try and navigate everywhere. But once I learned these shortcuts, it just made my learning experience so much more efficient, so much more easy, and I suppose more fun. So make sure you do use these shortcuts as you go through this course.